This is chapter 16 of the book titled God's Gift to Women by Michael Baisden. My temper flared as I circled the Delta baggage claim for the third time. According to the agent at Continental Airlines, Eddie's flight had landed on schedule, but when I arrived outside of baggage claim, he was nowhere to be found. I dialed his cell phone 3 times, but he didn't answer. It was typical of Eddie not to be on time. If I knew him, he was probably trying to get into the pants of some weak-minded female. The longer I waited, the more frustrated I became. It didn't help that the sun was frying the left side of my face. The high was expected to be 93, but it already felt like 100. Even with the air conditioner on full blast, I was sweating. After another 15 minutes of circling the terminal, I drove around to the hourly parking area. I hated parking at the Intercontinental Airport, especially with all the new construction going on. Once I was inside the baggage claim area, I checked the monitor for flight arrival information and the carousel number his bags were arriving on. Most of the passengers from his flight had already collected their luggage, but Eddie was still missing. Just as I was about to try him on his cell phone, I saw a tall, light-skinned brother wearing beige shorts and a tank top coming down the escalator. He had his arm wrapped tightly around the waist of a blind flight attendant. When he saw me walking towards him, he waved and pulled her closer to him. "He's got jungle fever," I sang underneath my breath. "Julian, meet Cindy," Eddie said cordially. "Cindy, this is Julian Payne, radio personality extraordinaire." "Pleased to meet you, Cindy. Do you mind if I talk to my friend alone for a second?" "Sure, go right ahead," she said in a Valley Girl accent. "I've got to get going anyway." "It was a pleasure meeting you, Cindy." Eddie kissed her hand. "I hope I can ride the friendly skies with you sometime soon. Isn't he adorable?" She blushed. Then she strutted down the corridor, swinging her behind as hard as she could. "Don't make me throw up," I said to him. "And by the way, United is the friendly skies, not Continental, fool. What difference does it make? As long as I get my face between those creamy white thighs, who cares?" "Eddie, you have no shame. Why don't you hold up, partner?" Eddie cut me off. "I thought we had this conversation already." "Okay, I'll get off my soapbox for now. But one of these days, that Roman dick of yours is going to get you into trouble. You might be right, but until then, I'm going to put as many miles on this bad boy as possible." "You heard of frequent flyer miles? Well, this is frequent boning miles." He grabbed his crotch. "All right, Mandingo. You just make sure to keep your hands off your genitals when we get to Terry's office. She's a classy lady. Besides, things have been going great between us for the last week. I don't want her to get the impression that I'm as trifling as you." "A whole week, huh? Have you hit it yet?" "No, I haven't hit it," I said. "We're taking our time to get to know each other. It's called dating." "Well, you can call it whatever you want. But what it all boils down to is game plan. A woman knows if she wants to give you something within the first 30 seconds of meeting you. Everything after that is game," Eddie said. "Now you can try to play a gentleman role if you want, but you and I both know that you would be knocking the bottom out of that thing right now if it was up to you." "I hate it when you read me like that." I laughed and slapped him 5. "You know me too well." We collected his baggage from the carousel and headed for the exit. Once we were outside, Eddie nearly broke his neck staring at all the beautiful ladies walking by. White, black, Hispanic, Oriental. He didn't discriminate. Man, Texas has some fine women. I hope your doctor friend could hook me up with one of those intellectual types. "Don't you ever turn off?" I said to him. "I want to have Terry give you a psychological examination. You might suffer from some kind of sexual addiction." That's cool with me. I love doing it on the couch. But if she kills me, I'm suing. Eddie laughed. Now can we please get out of this heat? He wiped the sweat from his forehead. No wonder why they call this H-Town. The H stands for hot as hell. That is the end of chapter 16. Stay tuned.